Hi everyone, welcome to Inside Film. In today's episode, I'm gonna tell you the plot of a movie titled Free Guy, with story about artificial intelligence inside a game who came out alive and can perform evolution. Alright, let's dive into the storyline of this movie. This is Free City, where everyone with sunglasses can do literally anything. You can jump from an airplane with parachute, you can shoot people, race with a beautiful car, and a beautiful lady beside you while give a zero care about damage that you may create to your surroundings. Our main character here is a man who called Guy. He lives in a free city. He wakes up, greets his goldfish, and then get ready for work at the bank. After his morning routines, he always starts the day to have a medium coffee cream sugar at the coffee shop. He dreams that one day he will buy his favorite blue shoes that he sees daily in the store along the way to the bank. But right now, he got no money to buy it. He walks to work with his best friend, Buddy, the security guard at the bank, and they seem so happy even the city is in constant state of chaos everywhere. A stable job, best friend, Guy has everything. But when he saw elderly couple at the bank, he's starting to want a girlfriend. And his best friend Buddy told him that he will eventually find his soulmate one day. Suddenly, there's a robbery in the bank by a man with sunglasses, and everyone at the bank forced to get on the ground. But Guy and Buddy still talking about what are the types of girl that Guy likes, and he said that he likes a girl that can sing like Mariah Carey. Meanwhile, in the dark alley of the slum of Free City, a masked man appears. This masked man seems in transaction with a woman called Molotov Girl. This Molotov Girl is trying to find some evidence of something in the game. The masked man gave her a location of the evidence, and Molotov Girl gave him some money. But because the masked man asked too much and irritates Molotov Girl, she killed him. After that, Molotov Girl is seen walking on the street of Free City, and she is singing Mariah Carey's song. Guy and Buddy apparently walk in the same sidewalk with Molotov Girl, and they unintentionally passed by each other. Guy, who heard Molotov Girl sing that song, stunned and amazed by her. Molotov Girl, who also saw Guy's different reaction, feels weird and confused, but she doesn't think too much about it. After that, Guy begins to deviate from his programming. He determined to chase Molotov Girl, but Buddy stopped him because Molotov Girl is someone who wears sunglasses, and they don't mess with people who wear sunglasses. And then it is revealed that Molotov Girl is a character in a game that played by a woman named Millie. She then saw that there will be Free City 2, the sequel for Free City. After that, Millie informed that she plays Free City to find evidence of source code that can be used to sue Free City creator Antoine. Because Antoine and his company, the Tsunami Studios, use her resource codes without consent. Millie is the one who wrote the source code of Free City alongside his friend Kiss. The next day, Guy wakes up again and ready to work, but he feels different. He said to the coffee shop that he wants cappuccino today. The bartender seems confused because they are programmed to always drink medium coffee cream sugar. As usual at the bank, there is a robbery by a person with sunglasses, and everyone at the bank programmed to get on the ground immediately. But that day was different. Guy saw Molotov Girl at the street, and it triggered something in him. He became brave. He asked the robber to hand over his sunglasses. The robber actually played by two little girls in the real world. They became so confused by the NPC, or non-player character, who malfunctions. The robber and Guy eventually get in a fight. At first, the robber dominated the fight, but later, Guy killed the robber with his own gun. After that, Guy took his sunglasses. And when Guy wears the sunglasses, he is in shock. He can see things that he can't see before. He then asked other NPC if he can see the floating medical kit near them, but the other NPC can't see it. Guy then tried to touch the medical kit. Suddenly, his wounds healed. He feels great. Not so long, a player fell from sky because his jetpack crashed. Guy then tried to take his money, and guess what? His account balance is increased. These actions noticed by one developer at the game's headquarters, which is Tsunami Studios. His name is Kiss, and he told his friend Mouser. Kiss thought that this player is really good, since he can hack the NPC skin and he can't be traced, when Mouser told him to boot the player and ban him for life. Mouser then decided that they should chase the NPC skin hacker inside the game. Inside the game, Guy, who got a lot of cash, finally can buy his dream shoes. He saw the player's meeting room and intrigued to go inside when suddenly someone is stopping him. Yup, they were Kiss and Mouser in disguise. They asked how can he got the NPC skin and told Guy to take the skin off because it will make players confused and make the game looks bad. But Guy, who happened to be a real NPC, doesn't understand what they're talking about. Mouser and Kiss, who angry, then swear will ban him for life and proceed shooting him. Guy shocked and ran away. He ran into a building that's under construction, but Mouser and Kiss knew where he ran and pursued him. Guy then jumped with the power of his shoes. Mouser then used God mode that enables him to control his surroundings according to his will. Guy only can see one way out, but he miscalculated his move and fell. Fortunately, he made it in time to use balloon protection. He thought that he now free from his pursuers, when suddenly they hit him with their car. After that, Kiss was very confused because the number of players online didn't change even though they killed the blue shirt guy. But Mouser warned him not to tell Antoine, who happened to be their boss. Mouser also asked Kiss why he wants to be dealing with complaints when he actually was a MIT genius game designer, with Kiss then replied that it was a long, sad story. The story then moved back when Kiss and Millie got interviewed by media in 2015 about their game Life Itself that they made from scratch. The interviewer then asked them if they get romantic feelings toward each other, with all of them immediately denied it. The screen then moved again as being seen by someone in Kiss' apartment. It was Millie actually, who then complains to Kiss why he works for Antoine, the guy who stole their code from Life Itself to be able to create Free City. Kiss later tell Millie to let it go and move on, with only Millie replied back that she got a clue that leads to evidence for Antoine's crime. It's a new day in Free City. Millie finally tried to infiltrate the location she got before. She scouted the stash, a well-guarded compound that holds evidence of her source code, with her binocular, when suddenly Guy arrived next beside her, to her shocking. Because of the scenes that Guy made, the guards of that place starting to spot them and shoot them. Millie and Guy then ran. She failed to break in. Millie happened to use portal gun to her lair, with Guy later followed. Millie told Guy that he is a newbie, and she told him to come back to her when he reaches level 100, since she herself already reached level 195. To her surprise, Guy asked how to increase his level, with then Millie replied that he can increase level by doing some missions, get stuff, experience, get money, which required to kill or does violence to people. Guy, who's never hurts innocent people, then hesitant to do it. So Millie suggested that he can be a hero instead by stopping bad people. Back in the city, Guy tried to be a hero by fighting bad people. He was so successful in rapidly progressing through the game by benevolently complete missions. He leveled up so fast like he was born just for it. And he went viral and everyone in the real world was talking about him. He stands out from other players and became a worldwide sensation known as Blue Shirt Guy. He then reached level 100 like it was nothing. At the bank, Guy visited his best friend Buddy. Buddy was so concerned about Guy because he wasn't worked at the bank for a long time. But Guy said to him that he can be more than just living a boring life at the bank. And when weapon-armed robber came to rob the bank, Guy trying to prove his points to Buddy by giving him the robber's sunglasses. And Guy also said to the NPC girl named Bombshell, who's accompanied the robber, that she can be more also. At the game headquarters, which is Tsunami Studios, Kiss got messages from Millie. She needed Kiss' help to break into the stash again, which is the location of the evidence that she needed. Kiss then helped Millie break in until the guard all coming and shooting her. She was in trouble and hiding from all the projectiles that being shot. But surprisingly, someone was coming to help her. It is Guy, the blue shirt man. They then fight their life and got out from there safely, even they failed to take the file evidence again. All the actions are so cool. Case felt relief. Back at the Tsunami's headquarters, Antoine came and being shown at the first time. He talked with Mouser about how Blue Shirt Guy makes the game more popular and he likes it. He even told head of the designer to make upgrades to Blue Shirt Guy's NPC outfit for Free City 2. After that, we can saw Kiss try to warn Antoine how Free City has so many bugs and complaints. Later, he proposed if they should make a new original game and probably abandon Project Free City 2. Of course, Antoine refused all of that because he cares about money that he can get from Free City 2. Inside the game, Guy showed how he leveled up to Millie's amazement. Millie then asked how he got into hacking the NPC skin, and that makes Guy even more confused why people keep asking him that. Later, they went into a place where Millie never visited before in the game. They share stories and Millie felt so surprised of how so many similarities between her favorite things and Guy's favorite things. And yeah, they shared a kiss at the end of the date. Millie, who was playing from her apartment, felt weird because she kissed Guy in the game and she doesn't even know who Guy is. Suddenly, Kiss comes to Millie's apartment and he told Millie that their code is working. Their code that they made for the game life itself is expanding and alive. That's why people love Free City, because their code is being used in Free City. He also told Millie that Guy, the blue shirt character in the game, isn't a live artificial intelligence. He also found out that the barista at the coffee shop learned how to make cappuccino, and Bombshell, the girl character that usually becomes lady companion, wrote a gender roles memoir and patriarchal system protest. These all acts beyond their code programmed. Guy interactions with other NPCs have led them to develop self-awareness, and this freaked Millie out because that means she kissed a robot, a young robot. Case then realized something. He checked and found out that Antoine was trying to replace Free City completely and erased it and changed it to Free City 2 with new characters, new places, and all of evidence that he stole Millie and Kiss' code will be gone forever. Millie and Kiss then decided that they won't let that happen by trying to find the original build they made in the game before the launch of Free City 2. Immediately, Millie went to the game again and talked to Guy. She escorted him to players' meeting room. In the room, Millie explained to Guy that his world is actually a video game, and Guy is an NPC, non-playable character, a background entity. Millie warned Guy that in 2 days, everything in Guy's world will be gone after the sequel launch. Guy became devastated. He then tried checking the sea and wandered around the city. He felt all his existence and life was a lie. And when he reached his lowest point in life, he went to Buddy's home. They talked, and Buddy said to him that even though all of their life isn't real, they still have each other, and it feels real for him. Guy then felt the urge to help Millie. He is relieved, and he and Buddy headed to the location of the evidence again to talk to the owner of the file. Things get started intense at the first, but turn out okay since the owner of the file is a fan of a blue shirt guy and gave the file to Guy for free. And yeah, the owner of the file is actually a 22 years old man, and he did weird things for views on his gaming channel. At the Millie's hideout, Guy gave the file to Millie and she is surprised with Guy's presence. Meanwhile, in the real world, streamers talked about Blue Shirt Guy a lot. They are crazy about him. And this made Antoine furious because people only talk about Blue Shirt Guy and losing him money rather than buying his new game, The Free City 2. He planned to put and ban the Blue Shirt Guy, but Keys told him that he can't ban Blue Shirt Guy because he is a literal NPC, not a hacker. And Antoine decided that he will reboot the server as Mouser suggested, so every NPC will revert back to regular non-player Guy. Back to the game, Guy and Millie checked the file evidence that they've got. It contained a video that's showing a place of landscape description of life itself, the game Keys and Millie have created before. To her surprise, as he recalled in his memory, Guy said that he had seen that landscape before. But something weird was happening. While Guy and Millie talked, the reboot process had done. Millie and other players forced to log out, and Free City became offline. The players around the world stumbled. Millie also stumbled and shocked in her apartment. She tried to enter the game again and talked to Guy about the landscape that he had seen. But Guy didn't know anything. He had been reset, and his memories with Millie have been erased completely. Just when Millie was about to giving up, Kiss called her. Kiss found out that the reboot doesn't really erase Guy's AI coding. They literally should have to destroy the servers to do that, and he said that Millie can trigger Guy's coding again because Guy's coding character is made to find his soulmate, and it was triggered before when Guy met Millie because Kiss made Guy's coding based on Millie's favorite things. That's why Guy and Millie have a lot of things in common between them. Millie immediately went to the game and took Guy as a hostage. She then kissed him to make his coding alive again, and it works. Guy remembers everything. The kiss made Millie restores Guy's sentience. After that, he took Millie to his apartment. There he showed her that the reflection of his window is showing a landscape that he saw in the evidence file. Millie then deduced that Antoine made the original build, which is Kiss and Millie's coding, over the horizon, but Antoine forgot to scrub the reflection. Millie and Kiss planning to reach the end place of Free City, which is an ocean. They believe the location of source code of original build of life itself is beyond the ocean. Meanwhile, Guy planning to has a NPC strike. He wanted to revive the sentience and self-awareness of all NPCs in Free City. He wants them to be free. Later on, all of the NPC in Free City are gone. The streamers who play the game talked about that, hoping that Antoine fixes the game. Antoine, who found that out, turned out so furious. and angry. He went to the Tsunami's headquarters. He also found out that Millie Rusk is the one who helped Guy influences other NPCs. He wants to put her. But when Antoine learns that Millie's character spoof and he unable to kill Millie with other NPCs because they were on strike, he ordered Mouser to go on God mode. While Mouser tried to kill Millie and Guy with God mode, secretly Keys is helping them with his own God mode. Finally, Millie and Guy reach the beach and try to pass beyond the beach. Mouser is confused and asks Antoine why they want to pass the water border. Antoine, being furious, ordered to release Jude, the new NPC character who's still under development. Antoine were so much angry and instructed to put all the player by force. Subsequently, Guy fought Jude and Kiss streams all the things that happening. It was a pretty intense fight. And yeah, there is a Captain America's cameo. Finally, at the end, Guy can defeat Jude, his twin brother, with a beautiful ending. Guy and Buddy then try to cross the bridge that leads to Life Itself location. Antoine became crazy and knows he must destroy the servers. Keys knows it and told Millie. Antoine took an axe and destroys the servers. All of the Free City building began to collapse. Mouser so shocked while seeing how crazy Antoine became and decided to take side with Keys. With the beautiful music from Mariah Carey, Guy jump and finally can reach Life Itself location. It's a beautiful island with waterfalls. At the server's location, Millie came face to face with Antoine. They made a deal. As long as Antoine stops destroying Free City server, Millie will drop a lawsuit, gives the rights to the code and the profit of Free City to Antoine. She wants to make a new game based on the code. Millie, Kiss, and Mouser then sing together in a room. Without Millie and Kiss support, Free City 2 is a catastrophic failure at launch, while Antoine is vilified by the media and arrested for theft and criminal damage. Kiss, Mouser, and Millie release Free Life using their recovered code, including Guy, Dude, and the other Free City characters. In the game, Guy reveals to Millie that his code is in fact a love letter to her from Kiss. Millie leaves the game, and later she and Kiss share a kiss. Meanwhile, Guy reunites with Buddy, and they begin to live their own lives. That's the end of the storyline from the movie Free City. That's all from Inside Film this episode. See ya!